Just close the eyes and we'll find a nice, comfortable sitting posture. Become aware of the spinal posture, trying to maintain a tall and vertical spine with the head, neck, trunk nicely aligned. Gently pull the neck up, tailbone down. That should give you a nice feel for the spine being lengthened. And make any adjustments. You want to make sure there is no strain felt when you're trying to maintain a good posture. Very comfortable. Allow the hands to rest nicely on your knees or thighs. Let's lift the shoulders up toward the ears and then roll them back. Let the shoulders hang loose. Very comfortable arms and shoulders. So a few gentle neck movements just to feel the neck muscles. You can do up and down movement, side to side. Some circular movements. Just keep the movement gentle, soft, and just softening any subtle points of tightness in the neck area. And finally, we'll bring the head back to the center and relaxed arms and shoulders, neck is relaxed. Position the chin just slightly below the horizontal level. Let's soften the facial muscles and relax the jaws. Facial skin is soft and comfortable. Now begin to watch your breath as you inhale and exhale. Observe the flow at the tip of the nose for a moment. Maintain your natural rhythm of breathing, no effort to modify or control your breath. Just try and make an assessment of the relative durations of inhalation and exhalation. Just kind of make a mental note and see if you can identify if there is any difference in the durations or if they are identical. Also, try to become aware of the transition between inhalation and exhalation. And see if you identify if there is a gap when you transition or if the transition is smooth and continuous. This is just pure awareness building. No sense of judgment or analysis, just becoming more deeply aware of the breath. Recite Om 3 times. Take a deep inhalation. Let's open the eyes softly now. Namaste, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to day number 5. This brief journey together, which hopefully you will decide to continue for the rest of your life. We'd like to welcome 2 friends who are joining us today. So if you don't mind, you can turn your video on, just tell your name and where you're located. Let's start with Chetna. Chetna, tell your full name, turn your video on, sound on. Video.
I'm trying to on the video, but I'm not sure why it's not getting on. I really don't know.
That's okay then. All right, go ahead.
Hi all, this is Chetna. I used to live in Raleigh, North Carolina, but for a couple of months I'm staying in my brother's place in Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio. Wonderful. And welcome back.
Thank you, Subhash.
And let's move on to Candice.
Hi, I'm Candace. I'm in Zebulon, North Carolina.
Zebulon, okay. How far is that from Raleigh? About an hour, maybe, or less?
30 minutes.
Oh, I see. Not too far. Okay. Very good. Thank you and welcome. All right. Let's move on. Let's do a little eye exercise. So again, circular rotation of the eyes. Keep the head in the center, spine up, look up. For the ceiling, move the eyes in a full circle, clockwise rotation. Keep the head very steady. Keep the circular movement large circle. That means we're going to try and stretch the eyes in every direction as we complete this full 360-degree rotation. Exercising the muscles of the eyes. And next time you bring the eyes to the top, center the eyes and close. Relax for a moment. Open the eyes again. Look up counterclockwise, full circle in the other direction. Only the eye movement, not the head. Next time you bring the eyes to the top, center the eyes and close. Let's rub the palm briskly. Cover the eyes softly now with the palm. This should help us relax the eyes, eye muscles. Rub the eyelids, eyebrows, lightly massage the area around the eyes, forehead, sides. Just very gentle massage, softening the facial muscles, cheeks, neck and the throat. And then finally release the hands and softly open the eyes. So we talked about the significance of the kind of the power manifestation of the sun. Why do we do sun salutations and all that, right? Surya Namaskara. As I mentioned, there is a ancient, Indian epic called Ramayana, and there's a segment in there where, I'm not going to go into very detailed, there's a lot of story behind it, but the hero of the play, you can call him Rama, and he is getting beaten by the opponent. Okay? So he is really in trouble, basically. He's getting beaten up, and he is kind of weary and doesn't know what to do. So this is where this whole segment on, it's called Aditya Hridayam. Aditya literally means the sun, Aditya. Hridaya means the heart. So heart of the sun, you can call it. Okay? Literal meaning. Okay? I'm just going to take you through just a few of these verses just to give you an idea as to what they represent. All right. Just give me a second. Pull up your screen. All right. This is it. All right. So obviously it's all in Sanskrit and there is English translation here. So basically what he's saying is that, look, Rama, who's the hero of this play, he was exhausted and about to face Ravana, who's the opponent, the enemy, ready for a fresh battle, and was lost deep in contemplation. The all-knowing sage Agastya, that's the name of the sage who knows all this, he had joined from the gods and to witness the battle. And he tells Rama that, look, listen to this eternal secret, all right, which will help you destroy all your enemies in the battle. And this holy hymn dedicated to the sun deity. Okay, so the sun is considered as a god. Okay, will result in destroying all enemies and bring you victory and never-ending supreme bliss. So this hymn is supreme and is guarantee of complete prosperity and is the destroyer of sin, anxiety, anguish, and in the bestower of longevity. Okay. So this is where now he starts talking about the various aspects of the sun god. Worship the one, that's the sun god, possessed of rays when he has completely risen, held in reverence by the gods, devas. Gods are devas and asuras the demons. And who is the Lord of the universe, by whose effulgence all else brighten. Effulgence is the light, brilliance. He indeed represents the totality of all celestial beings. He is the self-luminous and sustains all with his rays. He nourishes and energizes the inhabitants of all the worlds and the race of the devas and asuras, again, gods and demons, everything. And so it just keeps on going, all right? And lots of different verses in here. So like this one, he is the son of Aditi, that's why he's known as Aditya, creator of this universe, inspirer of action, transverser of all heavens. He is the sustainer, illumination of all directions, the golden-hued brilliance, and is the maker of the day. This is something that you need to eventually study and understand the significance of these verses. They have deep meaning, okay, all of them. People, spend a lot of time studying Aditya Hridayam, getting into the real deep meaning of every verse, every word in there. And it really gives us a lot of beautiful insight into what it's all about, the sun god. All right. Just wanted to share with you this whole epic called the Ramayana, where this segment on sun worship is mentioned. And he says, it will drive you to victory eventually. Okay. All right, let's get ready. Come up on your hands and knees. The hands are under the shoulders. Spread the fingers wide, palms flat, knees under the hips. As you inhale, head up, tailbone up, navel down, look up. Exhale, round the spine, lift the navel up, Lower the chin down. Tuck the tailbone in. Just a few more times. Inhale and dip in the spine. Exhale, round the spine. Do this a couple more times. And then sit down in Vajrasana. I forgot to turn my other camera on. Just give me a second. Keep doing this for a couple more breaths. And now finish the next round. And then bring yourself to the neutral position for a brief moment. And then sit down in the Vajrasana or on your heels if that's comfortable. If not, any other posture is okay. Practice of Kapalabhati, which is breathing practice. All right. 75 breaths per minute. Breath goes out, belly goes in sharply. Alice, are you familiar with this practice, Kapalabhati? Breath goes out, belly goes in. We'll see if Candice is familiar with this. Candice, will you confirm?
Hi. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, my cat was causing chaos.
Say it again.
My cat was causing chaos.
Oh, that's no problem. Okay. Final exhalation. And then just bring your breathing back to natural rhythm of breathing. Okay. Go to a standing position for Surya Namaskara, sun salutation. Come on. Close to the top of the mat, feet flat, firm feet, nice tall body, relaxed. Keep shoulders up, roll them back. Feel that subtle openness of the chest. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, stretch the arms in front. Raise the arms up, pull the hands up and push the arms back. Look up. Exhale, nice and smooth movement, bend forward. Keep the hands pulled away. Finally, drop the hands, get them close to the toes. Bend the knees, position the palms on the floor alongside the feet. Left foot back, all the way. Slide the foot back, knee down, buttocks down, chest up. Right foot back, downward facing dog, where the buttocks are lifted up toward the ceiling. Press the heels down toward the floor. Let's bring the knees down, chest and chin down. Ashtanga Mudra. 8 limbs are on the floor. Lower the abdomen, head up, chest up, palms up, legs up. Lift the chest higher if you can, the legs higher. Palms down. Go back to the downward facing dog. Lifting the head up, we'll bring the left foot forward, reaching the palms. Right knee down, then slide the foot forward. Yes. Look up. Right foot forward as you exhale. Straighten the knees. And then see if you can comfortably drop the chest close to the thighs when you exhale. Head up. Bring the arms in front against the ears, L shape. And then as you inhale, start stretching up. And stretch back. Gentle arch in the spine. And then as you exhale, straighten the body, release the arms down. Relax now. Feet together. Exhale, palms together. Inhaling, this time bring the arms to the side and stretch up. And stretch back. Pull the hands up, push them back. Press the feet firmly to the ground. That should keep the legs very straight. Press the feet down, tighten the thighs slightly. Push the thighs forward. Arms back. And as you exhale, smoothly bend forward. Finally, drop the hands, bring them behind the back now. Interlock the fingers behind you, roll the shoulders back. Get a nice feel for the openness of the chest. When you inhale, pull the hands up and away toward the ceiling. When you exhale, drop the chest down. Release the hands, bend the knees, palms down, right foot back. We're going to do a pose called the lizard pose here. It's a variation that we learned. We're going to slide the left foot to the outside, with the left hand on the inside. Hold the hand on the inside. Now, with the right leg, you can either keep it straight, but if that may not be comfortable for some of you, then you could place the knee down. It's your choice, okay? Try to keep it straight. Now what we'll do is to move the hands in front and position the elbows on the floor. Now when the elbows are down, the left elbow should be touching the left heel. That's important. Left elbow touching the left heel. And then if comfortable, lower the forehead down to the floor now, all the way down. Wherever it reaches, it's fine. The right leg that's behind you is either straight or you can place the knee down. So your forehead is close to the floor. Left elbow is touching the left heel. Getting a nice deep hip stretch here. Lift the head up. Walk your hands back. You bring your foot back in. Do another variation of this pose called the flying lizard. If it doesn't work, don't bother, okay? It's okay, give it a try. Let's bring the arm from under the thigh, palm facing, palm on the outside. Inside out. No, inside out. You're outside in. Mamta.
Oh.
Yes, there you go. Now what we're going to do is to, again, the right leg can be either straight or knee down. We're going to lift the arms up, drop the chest down, head down, and then bring the arms out to the side and lift them up high as you can go. Called the flying lizard. Raise the arms up. straight and up. And finally release. Put the palms out. Left foot back. Downward facing dog. Buttocks lifted up. Push the thighs backwards. Press the heels down. Chin to the chest. Bring the knees down to the floor. Buttocks all the way back this time into the child pose. Buttocks resting on the heels. Forehead on the floor. And to get a good stretch, walk your hands away from you, out in front. Keep the hands where they are. Slide the body smoothly forward to get into the cobra. Come up. Chest up. Navel down. Shoulders rolled back. Navel is still on the floor. Bhujangasana, chest up. Go back to the downward facing dog. Head up, right foot forward. Bring it up between the palms. All the way up. Slide the right foot to the outside. Keep the hand inside. The left leg that's behind you can either be straight or you can place the knee down. See what works for you. Move your hands out in front. Position the elbows on the floor and making sure the right elbow is touching the right heel. That will give us a more optimum stretch of the hip area. Lower the forehead down to the floor if you can. Feel a good stretch in the hip area, the legs, spine. Head up, walk your hands back. Back. Bring the foot in, and then bring the arm from inside out. Place the palm on the outside of the foot. The same move now, so you can either keep the leg straight behind you or keep the knee down, whichever works for you, but lower the chest down, head down, and then bring the arms to the side now, all the way up to the side. Stretch them straight and lift them up high. Arms up. Nice deep stretch here. And then slowly release. The palms out. Left foot forward. Legs are straight if you are comfortable. If that's not comfortable, you can bend the knees slightly. That's okay too. When you exhale, an effort to drop the chest down. Head up, arms out to the side, slowly stretch up and back. Pull the hands up, push the arms back and look up. And then as you exhale, straighten up and release the arms down. Just relax. More. Together. Exhale, palms together. Let's interlock the fingers, turn the palms away. Inhale, raise the arms up. Pull the hands up, push them back. Exhale, bending forward. Keep the hands pulled away. Finally, drop the hands. And then get the hands close to the toes. Let's bend the knees, palms down, left foot back. Right the foot back, place the knee down. A little variation here. So come up with the hands on the knee here first. Point the toes away so the top of the left foot is flat. Top of the foot is flat. And if you're comfortable here, lift the knee off the floor, pressing with the top of the foot. Press with the top of the foot. And if you're stable here, raise the arms up all the way. Pull the hands up, push them back as you inhale. Lower the buttocks down and push them forward when you exhale, and look up if you can. Lift the knee up only if it's comfortable, obviously. You're pressing with the top of the foot. And then slowly bring the knee down, palms down, right foot back, plank position. Body is in a straight line now. Shoulders are vertically above the hands. Fingers are spread out wide. Palms are flat. Heels pushed back. Nice deep stretch. Straight body. Knees down, chest down, chin down. Lower the abdomen, head up, chest up, stretch the elbows straight. Keep the knees down. We'll do a little minor twisting variation here. So keep the knees down to the floor, elbows are straight. Let's look over the left side, look over the left shoulder, and try to look at the heels behind you now. So if you're turning your head to the left side, look at the right heel behind you and even beyond that heel. Press the thighs down, don't lift the thighs off the floor. Get a deep twist here. Keep breathing. Try to look at the heels behind you. Let's come back to the center. Pause. Other side. Turn the neck to the other side. Look behind you. You're looking at the heels. If you're turning your head to the right, look at the left heel behind you. If you can, press the thighs down. Creating a nice deep twist here. Keep breathing. And come back to the center now. And then go back to the downward facing dog. Head up, left foot forward. And the palms slide the right foot back, knee down. Come up with the hands on your knee for stability first. The toes are pointing back, top of the foot is flat behind you. If you can now, press with the top of the foot, lift the knee off the floor. And if you're stable here, raise the arms up and back. Pull the hands up and back when you inhale. Lower the buttocks down, push them forward when you exhale. And release the knee down, palms down. Right foot forward as you exhale. Legs are straight if you're comfortable with that. Drop the chest when you exhale. The head up, interlock the fingers, turn the palms away, stretch the arms in front against the ears, and then start stretching up and stretch back. Pull the hands up, push the arms back. And then as you exhale, straighten the body and release the arms down. Relax. Couple of easy breaths. And as always, now we'll do the next 9 rounds with the mantras. Okay, so total of 12 rounds. Let's get that file. Okay. Round number 1. Read together.
Om Mitraya Namaha.
Inhale.
Om Ravaye Namaha.
Exhale.
Om Suryaya Namaha.
Inhale.
Om Bhanave Namaha.
Exhale.
Om Khagaya Namaha.
Inhale and exhale.
Om Pushne Namaha.
Inhale.
Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha.
Exhale.
Om Marichaye Namaha.
Inhale.
Om Adityaya Namaha.
Exhale.
Om Savitre Namaha.
Inhale.
Om Arkaya Namaha. Om Bhaskaraya Namaha.
Do natural breaths.
Om Shri Savitra Surya Narayanaya Namaha.
Let me just once again repeat our basic guidelines. These numbers are, these rounds are numbered 1, 2, 3, etc. Odd number round, left foot back, left foot forward. Even number round, right foot back, right foot forward. That will just maintain balance. That's it. Okay. Breathing is important. As I said, every move should start with the appropriate breath. So inhale, raise the arms up, right? Now, when you reach here and you run out of breath, the mantra is still going on, take extra breaths. Very important not to hold the breath, okay? Take breaths, but the beginning of the movement should be with the appropriate breath. That's important. Breathing is very important, okay? Variations, we have done warrior 1, warrior 2, triangle, several of these movements. Feel free to integrate those as appropriate, if you're comfortable. If not, go through the very basic steps. Don't have to worry about variations, okay? Because you have to maintain the sequence within the time frame that the mantra gives you. If you're not able to do the variation within that time frame, don't bother. It's okay. Everyone got that? Okay. Final guideline, as I always say, let's treat this whole practice as very purely meditative, because once you are completely tuned to the sound and the vibration of the mantras, your mind is totally absorbed in that. Body just flows naturally into these movements. It's a pure, natural dance-like movement, as they say. All right? So let's do 8 more rounds now. All right. Round number 2.
Om Mitraya Namaha. Om Ravaye Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Bhanave Namaha. Om Khagaya Namaha. Om Pushne Namaha. Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha. Om Marichaye Namaha. Om Adityaya Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Arkaya Namaha. Om Bhaskara Savitra Surya Narayana Namaha.
Round number 3.
Om Mitraya Namaha. Om Ravaye Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Bhanave Namaha. Om Khagaya Namaha. Om Pushne Namaha. Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha. Om Marichaye Namaha. Om Adityaya Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Arkaya Namaha. Om Bhaskaraya Namaha. Om Shri Savitra Surya Narayana Namaha.
Round number 4.
Om Mitraya Namaha. Om Ravaye Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Bhanave Namaha. Om Khagaya Namaha. Om Pushne Namaha. Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha. Om Marichaye Namaha. Om Adityaya Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Arkaya Namaha. Om Bhaskaraya Namaha. Om Shri Savitra Surya Narayana Namaha.
Round number 5.
Om Mitraya Namaha. Om Ravaye Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Bhanave Namaha. Om Khagaya Namaha. Om Pushne Namaha. Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha. Om Marichaye Namaha. Om Adityaya Namaha. सवित्रे नमः। ॐ अर्काय नमः। ॐ भास्कराय नमः। ॐ श्री सवित्र सूर्य नारायणाय नमः।
Round number 6.
ॐ मित्राय नमः। ॐ रवये नमः। ॐ सूर्याय नमः। ॐ भानवे नमः। ॐ खगाय नमः। ॐ पूष्णे नमः। ॐ हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ॐ मरीचये नमः। ॐ आदित्याय नमः। ॐ सवित्रे नमः। ॐ अर्काय नमः। ॐ भास्कराय नमः। ॐ श्री सवित्र सूर्य नारायणाय नमः।
Round number 7.
ॐ मित्राय नमः। ॐ रवये नमः। ॐ सूर्याय नमः। ॐ भानवे नमः। ॐ खगाय नमः। ॐ पूष्णे नमः। ॐ हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ॐ मरीचये नमः। ॐ आदित्याय नमः। ॐ सवित्रे नमः। ॐ अर्काय नमः। ॐ भास्कराय नमः। ॐ श्री सवित्र सूर्य नारायणाय नमः।
Round number 8.
ॐ मित्राय नमः। ॐ रवये नमः। ॐ सूर्याय नमः। ॐ भानवे नमः। ॐ खगाय नमः। ॐ पूष्णे नमः। ॐ हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः ॐ मरीचये नमः ॐ आदित्याय नमः ॐ सवित्रे नमः ॐ अर्काय नमः ॐ भास्कराय नमः ॐ श्री सवित्र सूर्य नारायणाय नमः
Round number 9.
ॐ मित्राय नमः ॐ रवये नमः ॐ सूर्याय नमः ॐ भानवे नमः ॐ खगाय नमः ॐ पूर्णे नमः ॐ हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः ॐ मरीचये नमः ॐ आदित्याय नमः ॐ सवित्रे नमः ॐ अर्काय नमः ॐ भास्कराय नमः ॐ श्री सवित्र सूर्य नारायणाय नमः
Let's sit down with the eyes closed for a moment. Just see if you can still stay tuned to the sound and the vibration of these mantras that may be ringing in your ears, your mind, and mentally visualize that you can feel this vibration, this energy in every cell of the body. The whole body is vibrating. It's a very subtle feeling of this vibration of these mantras. Becoming aware of any physical sensations that you might have in the body. Becoming aware of any subtle changes in your breathing pattern. Anything that's going on in the mind. Awareness. Softly open the eyes. That's our sequence of the 12 rounds of Surya Namaskara. 3 rounds where we do our own, kind of at our own pace, and 9 rounds with mantras. And as I mentioned, these mantras are very beautifully chanted by some professionals in India. I just got this recording some time ago. And They have very significant meaning. Each mantra means something. And the document that I have, which is from the Bihar School of Yoga. I showed you the book yesterday. The book is it's called Surya Namaskara, Sun Salutation. There's a whole chapter on what exactly the significant meaning and significance of each mantra. Okay, you should go through that just to get a feel for these mantras, what they mean. All right. Okay, let's get the spinal twist going. So keep the legs out in front. This is the Ardha Matsyendrasana, spinal twist. So legs in front, straight. We'll start with the right leg, fold the knee. Place the foot on the outside of the knee. Optionally, you can fold this knee also. Optional, you don't have to do that. Spinal twist. Right arm should go up and back. It should be placed very, very close to the spine behind you. Okay? And then you can wrap the arm around the knee. That's one option. You can push the elbow from outside. That's the other option. You look over the right shoulder gently. When you inhale, to lengthen the spine, pull the head and neck up toward the ceiling. And when you exhale, you can you can roll the shoulder back and away. At the same time, a gentle pressure with the thigh against the belly. Turn the neck gently over to the right side. Also, we want to make sure the right hip is pressing down firmly to the ground. Right hip should be on the ground. Nice, tall, vertical spine. Deep experience of twisting every vertebra, every disc in the body, in the spine. Keep breathing. Just a little more, and then release the pose. Come back. Center. Switch sides gently. Option, you can fold the other knee. You have to do it. Left hand should go up and back, position very close to the spine behind, and then wrap the arm around or whichever other variation you're comfortable with. Looking over the left shoulder gently, lengthen the spine again, pull the head and neck up as you inhale, and when you exhale, roll the shoulder away, thigh gently pressing against the belly. When you pull the neck up, head up, creating more space between the vertebrae, which should help more freer movement of the discs. They remain fluid. The fluidity remains in the discs, preventing disc-related problems. Bulging disc, pinching of nerves, many problems. Twisting a little more, we'll release the pose. Come back. Center. Sit comfortable cross-legged, any position now, for our brief moment of reflection. So again, go back and replay this entire sequence as a video replay in the mind. The intention is to look for any indication where the mind and body may not have played a harmonious role together. That can happen when the mind is predominantly driven by the ego. It can try to push the body around too much, or can even tell the body not to even bother. Don't do anything. Both are undesirable. Like I mentioned, this is a message that we really want to carry in our day-to-day life as to whether our actions are driven by the ego or by the pure intellectual wisdom. We end up doing undesirable acts when we're driven by the ego. I mentioned, remember, we want to learn how to get a feel for the indicators, what are the indicators that will tell us which way we are headed, what is driving us, ego or the intellectual wisdom. Actually, some of you have shared already your experiences and how you have learned to identify the separation between the two, but I would strongly encourage all of you to think about it and at least write a few lines, few incidents in your life which you might reflect back and identify as being driven by the ego versus the intellect. And like I said, I would like to compile all those writings that you send me and publish it as maybe as a blog post or something, share with everyone. It will help everyone in life. All right. Yoga Mudra, bring the hands behind the back, softly hold the right wrist. And as you exhale, begin to bend forward. Nice and easy move. Stay in the final posture for a moment. Keep breathing. Yoga Mudra. And then with the next inhalation, slow and smooth, come back up. Release. Ready for Yoga Nidra, deep relaxation. Lie down on your back. And as always, go through our sequence to tighten the body, tense the muscles in the body. To do that, optionally, come into a half boat, which means you'll lift the head up and the feet up, if comfortable. This may not be comfortable for everyone. If that's the case, keep the head down, feet down, but just go through these movements. So you're going to stretch the legs very straight, point the toes away, stretch the arms straight in front, spread the fingers wide and tight fingers now. Let's make it tight fist with the hands and rotate the wrists around. Let's do a few rotations in one direction. Let's do a few more in the other direction. Rotations, wrist joint. Let's pause here. Keep the elbows straight, fists are still tight. Let's work on the facial muscles. So open the mouth, extend the tongue out, curl it down toward the chin. Open the eyes and try to tense up all the facial and the neck muscles. Tense. With the fist tight, pull the fists away from you toward your feet. Engaging the shoulders and the arms. Squeeze the buttocks tight. Thighs. Knees. Kneecaps tight. Calf muscles. Ankles. Point the toes away. This is when we will engage every muscle in the body now, toes to head, top to bottom, every muscle, every limb in the body into a real tight squeeze, everything squeeze, tighter, and let go. Let the body find a very naturally comfortable posture. You can spread the feet apart, almost the width of the mat. Hands away from the body, palms facing up. All this should feel very natural and comfortable. Feel no effort, no strain. We'll go through our sequence to relax the body one muscle, one limb at a time. Let's begin by relaxing the toes. Soles of the feet, heels, ankles, calf muscles, shins, relax the knees and the kneecaps, thighs, the pelvic area, all the abdominal muscles. Visualize and relax the internal organs, heart, lungs, kidneys, liver. Relax the rib cage, chest, shoulder blades, collarbones. Shift your awareness to the hands, relax the fingers, palms, wrists, forearms, elbows, upper arms, shoulders. Relax the buttocks, full length of the spine, muscles in the lower back, middle back, upper back, neck muscles, all the facial muscles, cheeks, chin, lips, jaws, tongue, teeth, nose, eyes, eyebrows, forehead, top and back of the head. Every muscle, every limb feels very nicely loose and relaxed. Just try and become aware of all the points of contact between the body and the floor. Just allow the body to gently sink into the floor. The body feels subtly heavy, feels nicely supported by the ground. And it's in a state of nice and deep relaxation. I'd like to enjoy this state of relaxation for a few more moments, and to do that, we'll set the intention that while we're relaxing, when thoughts come up in the mind, which we know will come up, we will simply acknowledge the presence of the thought. Otherwise, pay no attention to the thoughts. Thoughts come and go away. And we will continue to enjoy this very beautiful, restful states of the body and the mind. with the awareness back to the breathing slowly and begin to breathe slightly deeper breaths. To become more aware of the rhythm of breathing. For a moment, just feel the flow of breath at the tip of the nose. And then slowly begin to stretch the fingers, curl the toes, stretch the hands, feet, arms, and legs. And to get a good stretch, bring the arms all the way back overhead, pull the hands away from you, point the toes away, get a good stretch, and then roll to one side for a moment. Come back up to a sitting position now. Okay, some pranayama, breathing practices, as we always do. Start with Kapalabhati, one more round. Let's get ready. Sit up in any posture. Sukhasana is cross-legged. This is Vajrasana. Any posture. All right. 75 breaths per minute. That's the speed. Ready, go sharply in. And awareness is below the navel, so the muscles that you're trying to engage are below the navel. Sharp movement, inwards. Final sequence now, final exhalation, and then just natural rhythm of breathing after that. Called Kapalabhati. So again, before we move on, just a quick reminder about our weekend plans. I sent an email yesterday. I don't know if you got a chance to look at it, but tomorrow we'd like to stay back after the class for introductions, so we'll get to know everyone a little bit better. That's Saturday, and Sunday we'll have the breakfast here. Are all of you coming here for breakfast? Everyone? Yes, no? Yes, everyone, yeah. And those of you who are local, please plan to come and enjoy the breakfast. All right, I've sent you I think that there was a link for sign up yesterday in the email that I sent. Please sign up. That way, we'll know what everyone is bringing. It also gives us a head count and also a more variety of food so we can enjoy. All right. And also I mentioned that, over the weekend, so tomorrow and day after, Feel free to invite a guest if you want to, if you want to encourage some friend to try out what we do here. If you do that, send them the link and let them join either online or bring them here. That's even better. Okay, feel free to do that. Okay, so the next practice we'll do, it's called in Sanskrit we call it Nadi Sanchalana, rapid breathing. Did we do it yesterday?
Yesterday I wasn't there.
No, we didn't do it. No, I don't think. Okay. Forget. Called rapid breathing. Okay, so rapid breathing, see, we have done Kapalabhati, right? In which we force the breath out. Exhalation is forced, inhalation is passive, it just happens. We also did the practice called Bhastrika. Bhastrika is we will force both inhalation and exhalation, forceful, short bursts of breath. In this Nadi Sanchalana or the rapid breathing, there is no force whatsoever. It's very gentle, soft breathing, but fast. All right. So let me just give you a sample of what it's going to be like. So I'm going to play the metronome, and every time you hear the tick, that will be an exhalation. And let me just show you what we'll do. We'll close one nostril first, then the other nostril, and then both the nostrils will be open. So let me start by closing the right nostril. So I'm going to move my finger up and down. Down means I'm exhaling, up means I'm inhaling. Listen to the rhythm of the metronome. If I were to make that loud sound of breath, just to give you an idea what the breathing is like. So it's continuous inhale and exhale through one nostril. Okay, with the metronome, all right? Let's try that. Close the right side. Very soft breath, no belly movement. Exhale completely. Release the hand. Just a few natural breaths. To the other side. Use the right hand ring finger to close the left nostril now and breathe it in and out through the right nostril. Right hand. Lovely. Right hand. Right hand. Right hand. Lovely. Ring finger. Yes. No force, absolutely no sound. Very even, very soft, even sound of the breath. Nasal breath. Shallow breath, not deep. No belly movement, no force. The final exhalation, and then just release the hands, relax for a moment. To breathing in and out through both the nostrils now. Keep the hands down. Same rhythm. No force, no belly movement. You can put one hand below the navel just to make sure there is no movement happening there. exhale, and natural rhythm of breathing now. And finally, we'll do this practice called the Nadi Shuddhi, or the alternate nostril breathing. So make a fist with the right hand, lift the thumb out, and the last two fingers. It's called the Vishnu Mudra. The left hand join the index and thumb together. Let the hand rest very comfortably. Let's close the right nostril with the right thumb. Exhale through the left nostril. Inhale through the left. Close the left with the ring finger. Exhale right. Inhale through the right. Close the right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close the left. Exhale through the right and continue. So the breathing is soft breaths, very soft sound, subtle Ujjayi breathing with Ujjayi breaths. Remember that means you are constricting the passage at the base of the throat to create that subtle hissing sound at the base of the throat. Ujjayi sound. Deep breaths, long and deep breaths. Maintaining a count will help. So keep a count in your mind. Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, etc. Roughly, each one is roughly 1 second. I'll give you an assessment of the durations. And our intention is to bring the exhalation to become twice the duration of inhalation. Eventually. Longer exhalation. Let's finish the next round now. Take your time. Finish the full sequence with the final exhalation being through the left nostril. Practice is called Nadi Shuddhi, which means purification of the nervous system, also known as Anuloma Viloma, which is alternate nostril breathing. Very beautiful balancing practice, creates a balance at all levels. Physical balance, balance at the breath level, mental and emotional balance. Very deep balancing practice. Keep the eyes closed, spine is comfortably tall, tall but relaxed. Shoulders are loose, hands resting nicely on your body. Let's recite Om once now, deep inhalation. Let's join the palms together for the Shanti mantra. Inhale. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Lead me from unreal to the real, darkness to light, and lead me from the fear of death to the knowledge of immortality. Peace, peace, peace. Palms. Let's cover the eyes with the palms softly. Release the hands, join the palms again, raise them up, and then as you exhale, bend forward. Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. With gratitude, I bow down to all my gurus, my teachers. A very special tribute I'd like to pay to sage Patanjali for giving us this beautiful practice and the wisdom we know as yoga. Slowly come back. Thank you all. Namaste.